Hello viewers, today we are Viesta Animal Breeding Farm, and here with me is Mr. Victor.
Yeah.
And I will allow him introduce himself. Mr. Victor,
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
happy to be in your farm today.
I'm very grateful.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I'll let you introduce yourself
Yeah, thank
before I
you.
continue.
Yeah, thank you, viewers. By names, I'm called Ogendro Victor. I'm the CEO of this farm. This is Viesta Animal Breeding Farm. Thank you, and you're most welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Victor. We are happy to be here. Viesta Breeding Farm is in Navy, and we took off this morning from Arua down here just to visit this wonderful place and to see what Mr. Victor is doing in his in the Viesta Breeding Farm. So without wasting much time, I want to dive into my question real quick. And how long have you been doing this farm, Mr. Victor?
Yeah, this farm has taken us close to 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, since we started.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you start? Did you start with a lot of goats, or you just, how do you start? Tell us how you started.
Okay, I started with some few, like around 10.
Okay.
Yeah, from a place called Jipanziri. From there, they were increasing, and also with challenges. But that's why, as they keep also progressing and advancing, we had to shift to this side. That's why you're able to see now we have good numbers right now.
Okay, please, presently, what is the number of goats you have, and what kind of breed do you have?
Okay, the kind of breed we have, we do mostly Savannah and Boers. This is what we have, and we have close to apparently around 300. These are the total number we have. Yeah.
Savannah and Boer goats.
Savannah and Boer, and also some few locals, which we also have. The one we started with.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Yes.
What is your primary focus in this goat farm? What are your primary focus? Is it for milk? Is it for meat? What are your primary focus?
My primary focus, one, we want to look at meat production, quality meat. That's what we are trying to look at.
Okay.
Secondly, we want to improve on the quality of goats.
Okay.
That is where we are able to do breeding.
Okay, breeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when we do breeding, we're able to improve on the quality of meat. You see that the weight gain of this animal will be very quick, and we shall be able to capture the market in terms of meat very fast.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What are your daily routine for managing these goats?
The daily routine, one is grazing them.
Yes.
We are doing a controlled free range for these animals. Secondly, the housing should be always maintained clean. These are the daily routines.
Okay.
Then also we look at checking them for their health.
Yeah.
That's where we have to bring in the issue of spraying them, and also giving them some treatment.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
But please, can you tell us what are your biggest challenges that you have running this Viesta breeding farm? What are your biggest challenges?
Yeah, the biggest challenge we have the drought.
The drought.
The drought is the biggest.
Yeah.
Because now when we look at this dry season, you can see the environment is a bit dry. So meaning that since we are not doing supplement, these grasses have to starve sometimes because of little or no grasses at all. So you have to move a long distance to look for shrubs where they can feed on. Okay. Though we have plenty of water, but of course now they need these feeds to sustain them. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you experience any issues with disease and parasites?
Yeah, we do because as I said, in every environment, there are always challenges. In every business, there are always challenges. On top of the drought, we also have diseases that do come.
Okay.
For sometimes you can see there's outbreak of, or recently there was outbreak in within Nebi and Madokolo, where this is the outbreak of CPP that were able to kill close to 40,000 goats. Though somehow we survived, but it's just due to timely intervention. That's why we're able to survive. Otherwise, we also have worm infections. Okay. We also have the diseases like the one from Sesefly. Okay. That is the trypanosomiasis. We do have that. Then Clostridium. That is most dangerous disease that I've ever seen attacking these animals. So the most important thing is when you vaccinate your animals in time, you're able to be safe. Yeah.
So I want you to explain in details, how have you been able to manage this disease and parasites? Yeah, if you can explain it in details for our viewers that intend to start a goat farm.
Yeah. How we're able to manage? One, we have to look at management is very key.
Yeah.
The kind of people you're dealing with are people who are supposed to be able to listen and act in time. That is the first thing. Secondly, you need to provide the vaccination in time. You need to monitor the schedule. Like for Clostridium, you are supposed to do twice in a year. We have the CPP, we have PPR, you have to vaccinate them in time. Then we have the long-acting antibiotics, like the 20%, which you are supposed to give like at least every 3 months to prevent tick toxicity. Yeah. Then also spraying. You need to be doing spraying timely, especially every week. You're supposed to do spraying. Then deworming after every 3 months, especially in dry season. But in rainy season, you can do once in a month. Yes. Then also the movement. You need to always make sure these animals get for their grazing in time. Early in the morning, they come back, they wake up, they can rest, then go back again in the evening.
Are there challenges assessing veterinarians, veterinary service or medicine? Are there challenges to assess the veterinary doctors or getting medicine?
Here we really don't have serious challenges in accessing veterinary services.
Okay.
We have them whenever we call them, they act in time.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
I know they're always coming here whenever we need them.
How do you handle this feed shortage during the dry season? How do you handle it?
But now we really don't have any mechanism to do that.
Okay.
That's why it is only entirely the workers who are trying to do their best to make sure these goats, they look healthy.
Okay.
However, in a long run, we try to do supplements. We need to have additional land to plant these grasses. We have like the Chloris Guyana, we have like the Alfalfa, we have I'm forgetting the name, the Napiers. So these grasses will be able to help the goats.
Okay. You mentioned a lot of names for the food for the animals. But what type of feed do you provide your goat, and how do you source for it?
Right now, for us entirely, we are using the shrubs.
Okay, the shrubs.
Yeah,
okay.
They just go and graze, they eat, they come back. Yeah.
Okay, so you don't grow your own food?
Right now, we don't.
Okay. I want you to still mention the kind of disease. What common disease affects your goat, and how do you prevent them from happening?
Yeah, the common disease we experience here, we have the Clostridium.
Okay.
The Clostridium, this one is a bacterial infection caused by Clostridium perfringens. So it attacks the mostly intestines, especially the kids.
Yeah.
It affects them. So the only way we can intervene that is by doing the vaccination timely.
Okay, vaccination.
Then also we have the tick-borne diseases.
Yeah.
But now when you spray your animal in time and also give the long-acting antibiotics, you'll be able to to counteract the effect of the toxicity of these ticks. Yes.
Okay. Just for a farmer that a beginner that intend to start a goat farm, what are the major things you will tell him to look out for? What are those things that he should look out before starting a goat farm? What are the factors you will tell him these are what you have to look out before you start before you start a goat farm?
Thank you so much. The major thing I would advise someone who will want to start.
Yes.
One, make sure you have a land.
Okay.
You have a land, regardless of the size, but I would prefer an acre and above.
Okay.
Yes. Then secondly, you should make sure there's water source.
Okay.
Which will be there. Then the quality of goats you're going to deal with.
Okay, the quality of
Don't go for any goats, but I would prefer good breeds.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I encourage the starters should look at. Yes. Then the management issues will come later. but the priority you should give to the quality of the animals, the land and water.
Okay, the land and water.
Yes.
So do you have any advice for a beginner that wants to start on hygiene for the goats?
Yeah, on the hygiene,
yes,
prevention is better than cure. I always advise people.
Yeah.
So once you have your goats, make sure the house you as human being you're sleeping in should be as clean as the one of the goats. Make sure you're cleaning the house of these goats timely. Then for biosecurity,
yes,
you make sure sometimes you could be having a disinfectant for cleaning. You can clean your legs, then you enter into these farms. It helps a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I want to leave that a little while. I want to talk about the market aspect of the goat. Who are your main customers?
The main customers, we have the local markets.
Okay.
We can be able to sell these goats to these local markets.
Yeah.
Of course, the bushers are inclusive.
Okay.
Then there are people who would want to do breeding.
Okay.
Yes, that's also another way you can raise your money, because the charges we do on breeding, it's quite different compared to the one for meat. Yes.
Okay. How do you price your goat or goat product? How do you price your goods?
Yeah, the goats, we price them basing on the weight.
Okay, the weight.
Then the age, then also the breed.
Okay.
Now, looking at the breed, we look at the percentages.
Okay.
Of course, now as I know it is quite needed a serious discussion on this breed, but maybe for the viewers, I can go a little bit quick. That if I get a local goat,
yeah, you
can get a pure line that is 100%.
Yeah.
Then when you cross this, you'll be able to get 50%. 50% meaning like the cross of this product.
Yeah.
You have divided that by 2 to get that offspring. So that price within our local market will start around 300 and above. This is for the quality of the breed that we are looking at. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, but because of time, I still want to go back a question for those who intend to begin. How can you advise a beginner on housing?
On the housing.
Yeah.
Now, on the housing, one, you can do a raised house if you have the money. This is my advice. But you can do a ground floor. But the most important thing is the hygiene. The reason why we use the raised floor is to allow the droppings to go, then to ease sweeping. But now once you're on the ground floor, because everything will be dropping down, including the urine and the excretes, like the poo-poo. So you make sure you have to be cleaning time, because the combination of that, it has an effect on the health, especially on it can cause them pneumonia, which we don't encourage. So you make sure hygiene is paramount. But the house, I would advise that so long as you have the capacity to do the raised one, well and good. If you don't have, that one should not stop you from doing the ground floor.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. But before we go, I would like to just ask you 2 more questions.
Yes.
Is there an NGO supporting your farm?
Currently, we don't have any NGO supporting this farm. It is entirely independent in our hands. So, but would encourage that in case maybe the NGOs want to come in on board, like to do research, to do also maybe communities livelihood support, they're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you stay informed about the best practices in your goat farm? How do you stay informed?
Yeah, currently we have social media. You're able to learn. But also now Google has provided almost everything. You can read. Then also you can do exchange visit. Yeah, like recently I said that I've been in Mbarara. I was able to learn from the good practice those people are doing there, and I incorporate them in my farm. Yes,
that's good.
Yeah.
So though I wanted to ask you too, but I need to add this last one. What is your future goal for your goat farm? What is your future goal?
My future goal is one, we want to expand this place to reach the number one. Our target is to reach close to 1,000 goats.
Okay.
Then secondly, we want to see partners coming on ground where we can do a serious research in this farm, and also make it a demo where people can come in and learn, see the good management practices, and able to help other community members how they can raise goats Then also we are trying to look at the marketing to increase on the market beyond the West Nile region. That is the ideal goal we are trying to look at. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Victor.
Yeah.
But before we go, I just want you to give some advice to the goat, to a new goat farmer who is a beginner. What last advice do you have for them?
My last advice I want to give to the goat farmers is one, that goat farming, it is the easiest kind of farming you can ever do. One, these animals, they entirely feed on grasses. There's no additional expenses that you're going to incur, especially on feeding these goats, unless you want to do supplement. Then secondly, their management, so long as you're able to do the basics, you will be able to thrive, because you only need treatment and some few consultations. They're not like crop farming where you need constant monitoring, where you feel like the droughts can affect you. You can see like our animals right now in dry season, they even look very healthy. So meaning there's a little effort that is being added to make sure they reach that far. But when you go to other farming sectors, you realize that you have to invest in a lot. You have to add in irrigation, you have to do this to make sure that you reach your goal. But with animal farming, with the goat farming, it is the cheapest. So my encouragement to you is that every youth, at least, that instead of wasting time in town, maybe doing nothing, you can start with few, 2 or 3 or 4, 5. Then from there you pick up and you reach your goal, and that will at least elevate you to some level. That is my encouragement to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this segment. It's a very brief segment.
Yeah.
I thank you so much. My name is Mark John from Bethel Farm, and we're happy to be here with Mr. Victor, and we hope to see you soon. Please, if you have any question concerning goat farming, please leave your question on the comment below, and we will tell Mr. Victor to reach out to you. Thank you. You can leave your phone number there, and we hope to see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share. Please don't forget to click on the notification button. Whenever we upload videos, you will be notified.